Hello from the bottom corner of your screen. I'm just chilling here. I'm gonna open a haul, I guess. That's what usually happens when I'm on the side of the screen, right? So, I guess I'll just turn and readjust, yeah? Okay. So, I ordered a few books from Indigo. One got canceled immediately after my order, which was weird because it didn't say like low stock or anything online. It was just like canceled, and I was like, okay, why? So yeah. Also this. So like I said, it's Indigo. As you can see, it's very much taped up. Lots of tape. But here's the thing about these boxes. If you use them appropriately, you don't need tape. And also, when it was delivered this morning, it was literally just thrown at my door. So, I don't have high hopes or fun times about this box. So we will just, try to cut it open and see what happens. I'm concerned. Oh, thank God it's just the slip. Okay. I was like, I feel loose paper. No, you don't. Okay. I picked up When Women Were Dragons. Fierce, feminist, funny. Oh, delightful. I have lost all my light. What happened? I think there's a storm rolling in, so... I was trying to do it before, and then I was talking to my husband. Yeah, it's fine. So, When Women Were Dragons. Alex Green lives in a world much like ours, except for its most seminal event, the mass dragoning of 1955, when hundreds and thousands of women sprouted wings, scales, and talons and took to the skies. Was it their choice? What became of those left behind? Why did Alex's beloved Aunt Marla transform but her mother did not? Alex doesn't know. It's taboo to speak of. In this timely and timeless speculative novel, award-winning author Kelly Barnhill boldly explores rage, memory, and the tyranny of forced limitations. When Women Were Dragon exposes a world that wants to keep women small, their lives and their prospects, and examines what happens when they begin to take up space they deserve. Wait a minute. Is this the same woman who wrote The Girl Who Drank the Moon? Because I didn't like that. Maybe I just don't like her children's literature. Do you have acknowledgements? Okay, do we have like a little about the author? No. I'm fairly certain that's the same person. I keep seeing everyone talk about this book online, and I was like, it sounds wonderful. But now if it's like that book, I'm gonna fucking hate it. And now my expectations are changed. Fuck. Alright. We're just gonna move on and pretend that I can understand. I've read the same author before. Okay. Crow Mary, Kathleen Grissom. I can't read you what's on the back. In Montana in the summer of 1872, Crow Mary marries Abe Farwell, a white fur trader, and accompanies him to his trading post in the Cypress Hills of Saskatchewan, Canada. In the spring of 1873, they are preparing to return to Montana when they witness the Cypress Hills Massacre, in which 40 innocent Nakota are killed by a drunken gang. Following the massacre, Crow Mary single-handedly rescues 5 Nakota women who are being held captive and abused by the gang. Thus, she sets off a whirlwind of colliding cultures that brings out the worst and best in the cast of unforgettable characters and pushes the love between Farwell and Crow Mary to the breaking point. Inspired by the real-life Crow Mary and endorsed by her great-granddaughter, Crow elders, and Crow scholars, this is an epic love story that sweeps across decades, showcases the beauty of the natural world, and probes the intimacies of a marriage and one woman's heart. So, if you know me, when I'm reading about a specific kind of marginalized people, I usually like to read it written by, one of them. So, yeah, this one I was holding off on buying for, like, a really long time. I was like, it just doesn't seem right. And then it was like, I found out exactly what that last bit says, that it is endorsed by the family and, like, by the people, and I was like, well, if you're dead doing that, then I guess it's okay. I'll pick it up and feel okay about it. It's such a delightful color of red. Like, when I think red, this pure, beautiful red. It's not quite showing up on camera how I want it to. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Whoa! Oh, it's shiny. Okay, sorry. Bad Cree by Jessica Johns. Charlotte, what's wrong with you? Isn't that a horror? Yeah. I believe it is classed as a horror. And I'm wondering what's wrong with me too. I have read so many horror this year. That's I have read so many horror books, horror novels, horror stories this year, and I'm just like, what is happening? What is happening to me? Now, I feel like most of them are crossing over into fantasy that I've read, so like maybe that's working for me. Or like they're historical fiction, so that's working for me. They're not just like a straight up horror, they're like horror kind of mixed in with something else. Like, this reads much more thriller to me when I read the description. It is so shiny. You can't capture that when you're just buying it online. I am so delighted. Oh, I don't like how it feels though. Mackenzie, a Cree millennial, wakes up in her one-bedroom Vancouver apartment clutching a pine bough she had been holding in her dream just moments earlier. When she blinks, it disappears, but she can still smell the sharp pine scent in the air, the nearest pine tree 1,000 kilometers away in the far reaches of Treaty 8. Mackenzie continues to accidentally bring back items from her dreams that are eerily similar to real memories of her sister and Kokum before their untimely deaths. As Mackenzie's life spirals into a living nightmare, crows follow her around and she receives texts from someone claiming to be her dead sister. It becomes clear that these dreams have terrifying real-life consequences. Desperate for help, Mackenzie returns to her family in her small hometown in Alberta. Together they try to uncover what is haunting Mackenzie before something irrevocable happens to anyone else around her. Haunting, fierce, and ode to relationships among women and femmes and the strength found in kinship, Bad Cree is a gripping, arresting debut. Oh, debut. Good job. So yeah, it doesn't sound like horror. It sounds more like a thriller. So I was willing to take the chance because, you know. Now, this one is wedged in here. Okay. The Mitford Affair by Marie Benedict. Okay, I have a few novels by her. I've never read any of them. Shocker. But I saw... I don't know, one of the book groups I'm in. I saw people talking about it in the book group, and they're always like, it's so good, it's so good. But then I saw a post that was like, from someone who is Jewish, and they were like, I'm uncomfortable? And I was like, what is this book about? What's happening here? And, so yeah, I read the description, and I was like, okay, I feel like I want to read that. But I'm also like, if it made you uncomfortable, that's probably not a great thing. But then I was looking more into it, and it's like, sisters are Nazi sympathizers who disappear to Nazi Germany, and the sister I think we're focused on is all like, oh my god, no, why are you doing this and trying to get them back, or change their minds, or something, and I was like, okay, maybe that's not so bad. But, yes, we'll take caution with this one. 6 Mitford sisters. God damn, that's too many children. Okay, yeah. Oh, international edition. Why do they need to print that on there? I don't understand that. Can someone explain that to me? Okay, so that was it. My 4, because my 5th book was canceled, and my 6th book is a pre-order for the end of the month. End of the month? September? October? I'm filming this in August, but you're probably not seeing it until November, so the book that I'm talking about is probably already here. Okay, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you around next time.